crosses by my window like the waves down on the beach.
The U.S. military is preparing plans to construct new detention camps for tens of thousands of immigrants on remote military bases in California, Alabama, and Arizona, according to a memo obtained by Time magazine. The memo proposes one camp for as many as 47,000 people at former Naval Weapons Station Concord near San Francisco, and another facility that could house as many as 47,000 people at Camp Pendleton, the Marines' largest training facility located along the Southern California coast. This memo also proposes housing an undetermined number of migrants at the Marine Corps Air Station near Yuma, Arizona. And the memo outlines plans to build tent cities to house 25,000 migrants at abandoned airfields just outside the Florida Panhandle near Mobile, Alabama. And this plan is not sitting well even with some members of the U.S. military. The Daily Beast is reporting that some active duty and retired U.S. military officers and enlisted personnel are expressing a sense of moral emergency over the Defense Department setting up these detention camps for undocumented immigrants on military bases. It smacks of totalitarianism, said Steve Kleinman, a retired Air Force colonel and military intelligence officer. And Raf Naboa, an Iraq war veteran and former Army sergeant, said he was astounded by the enormous moral offense the camps represent, and which the military will be ordered to support. America's military once liberated people from concentration camps, Naboa told the Daily Beast. It beggars the mind and our morality that it might be used to secure them. I knew something bad was going to happen. I have always taken Trump's rhetoric at face value, and right now I'm not banking on the president having goodwill towards people of my nationality, said an active duty military officer of Mexican descent currently stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, one of the sites under consideration for the detention camps. You know, this is very concerning, because we know that anything that is done in the military is separate from civilian jurisdiction. And so people can be put in a military camp, put into a military detention center, detention camp, whatever you want to call it, and it's not subject to civilian jurisdiction. It can be subject to the commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, totally without any checks or balances, because the military is the military, and anything done on the military base is military. And so this is really concerning. And, the question has to be asked, what is the intention of having these new detention camps built that house thousands and thousands of people? Is it temporary for the immigrants? Is it going to be used for somebody else in the future? God knows. God knows. We know that we are in the last days, and we know that many things are about to happen that the Bible tells us about. I want you to know, I love you, my brothers and sisters in Christ, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. I thank you for your prayers, and I do want you to know that I pray for you every day.